Kokichi just pretended to drink the antidote. He didn't actually drink it.
He pretended to drink it?
Drinking the antidote was part of his lie. Maki could only see so much through the window. She didn't confirm Kokichi drank it. I believe that Kokichi knew this and just pretended to drink the antidote. After Maki left, he gave the antidote to Kaito. There's a strong possibility that all of this was done to make Kaito cooperate.
Make him cooperate?
The swapping trick required the victim and culprit to work together. Kaito's cooperation was essential to Kokichi's plan. However, I don't think Kokichi would be able to sway Kaito easily. He needed leverage. He gave Kaito the antidote in exchange for his cooperation.
In exchange for his own life, you mean?
Kaito had no choice. He had to cooperate after Kokichi saved his life. That's just Kaito's character, and Kokichi knew that. He swallowed his pride with the antidote and agreed to participate in Kokichi's plan.
But didn't Kokichi make this plan? What good is it for him if he's dead?
I imagine this was all part of Kokichi's plan to confuse us. You wouldn't think that someone would plan their own murder.
He went so far as to give up his life, just to create this mystery?
He wanted to win.
Only Kokichi could think of something so nefarious. Who else would agree to die just to execute their plan?
Why would he go that far?
I bet Kokichi was determined to beat me at my own game, no matter what! But too bad! Shuichi figured out the truth!
You know, this one actually stings a lot more, because that was a bulletproof plan. Oh my god, he almost did it.
Truth? Are you sure it's not delusion?
No, maybe I'm just crazy.
Delusion?
A delusion completely off the mark. To make you think that I died. But who cares what you guys think? This is between me and Monokuma. I don't give a crap if the extras in this game get it right or not.
Extras?
I'm fine with being an extra.
Huh? Why?
If we're just extras, then even if we get it wrong, we won't get killed.
No, I'd still kill you all. Don't put Kokichi's words in my mouth!
Thanks for the clarification.
But why? You are being so friendly with us!
If Monokuma gets it right, then he takes everyone's lives, yeah? But if Monokuma gets it wrong, then he'd have no right to take everyone's lives. If Monokuma doesn't know who the culprit is, then this killing game can't function anymore.
Checkmate.
Kaito, I believe in you.
Hmm?
I still think Kaito is the culprit. Thinking of it that way makes all the pieces fit. I will show you the truth. The truth you can't deny.
I love this case. I love it. I love it. I love this case so goddamn much. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, God. And it just happens to have some of my favorite characters in the entire game going at it one after another. Ah, damn it. Why? I mean, I absolutely adore this plan. This plan was just so good. And of course, we had to prove it, and it's bad and everything's terrible. Oh, man. But hey, at least we could... I hate the fact that we had to prove this plan correct. That's what I'm getting at. Because it was so good. To make an unwinnable case, it's just perfect. And I want to see... Yeah, technically you can't see the lid there. What weapon did Kokichi take out? Oh, was it this one? Yeah, it was. I don't think I'll be able to stop gushing about this case. V3 has had some of the best cases, and I'm gonna hold that to the end of time. Yeah, everybody's got their memes with the seesaw thing, but I still think that was a really good case. And this one, as soon as I saw people saying, "Oh yeah, it's this case, prepare to have your mind blown," yeah, oh yeah, it's great. It's been great. I love this case so much. And I just feel bad that I actually had to solve it, you know? Because no matter who the Blackened is, I'm still losing valuable characters. I actually love all these people. And yet, it's all good. It's all good. Because that means we're just one step closer to beating Monokuma at his own game. And we almost did it. Okay, it's not that one. Who was put in the hydraulic press? The culprit was there first. And another thing I absolutely love is the fact that Monokuma was done being fooled around with. He went against Kokichi or Kaito, whomever, so that nobody could get the better of him. And I think that is a win in our book. Because Monokuma all of a sudden said, fuck off. And having Monokuma say that, that's like a badge of pride, man. Alright, what else we got here? I know I got this wrong. Where did the culprit shoot Kokichi first? No, that wasn't it. It was this one. Kokichi got shot in the arm first. And who was hit by the first arrow? Maki fired! That was Kokichi's back. And who was hit by the second arrow? The culprit's left arm. We're almost done. Time to wrap up one of the most amazing cases I've ever seen. Who would have thought that Danganronpa would actually be able to make a case where not even Monokuma knows the outcome? It's fantastic. Take it away, Shuichi.
This is the truth of the case! Let's go over the trick that Kokichi and the culprit created together. Last night, Kibo saw Himiko from the window of his lab. She was carrying a black case and heading to the Exisal hangar. When she reached the hangar, she handed the case to someone through the bathroom window. That someone is the culprit of this case. Locked in the bathroom, the culprit had asked Himiko to bring them a certain weapon. A disassembled crossbow from Maki's lab. The culprit was going to use the crossbow to challenge Kokichi to a fight. Some time passed, and Maki made her way to the hangar. She was going to the hangar to kill Kokichi and save the culprit trapped in the bathroom. However, the hangar had an electric barrier preventing her from entering. Fortunately for her, she had an electro hammer to get around the barrier, in a way. She used her electro hammer to disable an Exisal and climbed inside. She knew Exisals could bypass the barrier, so she got inside one. Around that time, the culprit and Kokichi began their confrontation. While Kokichi was checking up on them, the culprit ambushed him with a crossbow. But the culprit didn't intend to kill Kokichi. They just wanted to disable him. That's why the culprit aimed for Kokichi's right arm. If they really wanted to kill him, they would have shot him in his vitals. Kokichi reeled from the arrow, and the culprit jumped on him immediately. He didn't want Kokichi to have the chance to summon an Exisal with a remote. While they were fighting, something happened that caught them both off guard. The shutter of the hangar opened, and an Exisal stepped inside. Kokichi was definitely not expecting an Exisal to interrupt them. He pulled out his remote in an attempt to control the Exisal. But Maki leaped out of the cockpit and shot Kokichi with her crossbow. The arrow hit Kokichi right in the back, and it was no normal arrow. The tip was covered in a lethal poison from my lab called Strike-9 poison. The poison kills slowly. It seems as if Maki wanted Kokichi to confess before he died. But even with poison in his veins, Kokichi continued to spin his lies. When she had had enough, Maki tried to finish him off with another poisoned arrow. But this time, Maki was the one caught by surprise. To keep Maki from becoming the Blackened, the culprit used their body to shield Kokichi. The culprit's left arm was struck by a poison arrow. Maki remembered that there was an antidote in my lab and immediately ran off to get it. The Strike-9 poison slowly circulated through their systems and would soon kill them both. But in that desperate situation, Kokichi thought up a clever lie. He incorporated this unforeseen event into his plan to help him win the killing game. Or should I say, help him defeat Monokuma. That was Kokichi's true objective. It's why he claimed to be the mastermind. Thinking fast, Kokichi closed the shutter so that Maki could not re-enter the hangar. Thus, Kokichi's final lie was set into motion. When Maki returned with the antidote, she couldn't get back inside the hangar. So she went around to the hangar bathroom and passed the antidote through the window. But after the culprit was given the antidote, Kokichi immediately snatched it. Kokichi drank down all of the antidote while the culprit and Maki watched in horror. Maki must have been panicking, thinking the only antidote was now gone. She believed that the culprit was going to die from her own poisoned arrow. But it was all another one of Kokichi's lies. He had only pretended to drink the antidote. Maki tried desperately to break into the hangar, even slashing the control panel. But she couldn't get the shutter to open again. Defeated, she had no choice but to leave. After Maki had left, Kokichi took out another weapon. an electrobomb capable of disabling communication devices for hours. Kokichi's plan was to use an electrobomb to knock out Monokuma's surveillance cameras. That was why he commissioned Mew to make the bombs in the first place. After detonating an electrobomb, Kokichi coerced the culprit into drinking the antidote. In exchange for the antidote, Kokichi asked the culprit to cooperate with his plan. Kokichi needed to work with the culprit to execute his final lie. Under normal circumstances, the culprit would never have agreed to such a plan. But because the culprit owed him for saving their life, they agreed to Kokichi's request. Request is a generous term. It was more like blackmail. In any case, the two were now working together as accomplices in an insane plan. There was a lot to prepare and not a lot of time. They had to work fast. If Kokichi died from the strychnine poison, the whole plan would be ruined. After fabricating the scene in the bathroom, the culprit dragged Kokichi to the hydraulic press. This is how the swipe pattern bloodstain from the bathroom to the press was created. Kokichi, with the support of the culprit, stood in front of the press's control panel. The two of them were finally ready to execute the insane lie. While Kokichi was setting up the video camera near the hydraulic press's control panel, the culprit laid face up inside the press, draping their coat over their shoulders. Then, Kokichi activated the press and the camera's record button at the same time. The hydraulic press came down slowly, all caught on tape for us to see. Normally, the safety function would have triggered, but the electrobomb had disabled it. The press got lower and lower, and just as the culprit disappeared from view, Kokichi pressed the force stop button and the camera's pause button simultaneously. The two then switched places and also switched roles. The culprit and the victim. The would-be victim became our culprit and started up the press and camera. Kokichi had saved the culprit's life because his trick required their cooperation. He wanted to win the killing game, even if it meant dying himself. And so, Kokichi was crushed by the press, and the whole thing was caught on video. The culprit's left sleeve was dangling from the press, making us think he was the victim. Now alone, the culprit collected the video camera and tore the hydraulic press's power cord so that it could never be raised again. This would make it impossible for us to determine the identity of the crushed body. But there was another reason the victim was killed in this way. It obfuscated the cause of death, making the case that much more difficult to solve. This was all part of Kokichi's plan to create a murder not even Monokuma could figure out. With the press disabled, the culprit returned to the bathroom to flush Kokichi's clothes. Finally, they climbed inside of an Exisal to hide and waited with bated breath. And here they are now in this trial, pretending to be Kokichi. They're trying to deceive Monokuma in order to defeat the true mastermind. And that's it. That's Kokichi's unidentified culprit trick. The culprit is in that Exisal. It's you, isn't it? Kaito Momota, the ultimate astronaut. I'm right, aren't I? That's you in there, isn't it, Kaito?
Really? Is it really Kaito?
I must reluctantly agree with Shuichi's deduction.
Man! Shuichi sure loves his crazy deductions!
Huh?
You're still not gonna admit it?
Admit it, but it's wrong.
But logically speaking, his deduction tracks.
If it's really Kaito in there, he would have admitted it by now.
Was Shuichi's reasoning wrong somehow?
I wouldn't say it's wrong, but there has to be a definitive way, without the shadow of a doubt, that Kaito's in there. I think they need a bit more convincing. I assume it's to keep the confusion going. If we can't figure out who's in there, we don't know. Or maybe if Kaito actually comes out of there and actually is the Blackened, we'll all be sad. I mean, I'm still sad that Kokichi died, but it would be really sad if good guy Kaito turned out to be the culprit.
You claim everything is set, and that's it. You don't have any evidence, do you?
Oh, but I do. Oh, but I do.
You all think the body was switched when the hydraulic press stopped for a moment. But that's just speculation in the end. No evidence to back it up. So if we reverse our reverse way of thinking, then it's likely I didn't do anything, right? It's totally possible that the body switching never happened and Kaito is dead. Not just possible, it's the actual truth.
Well, it's true. There's no proof that the bodies were switched.
No, we should trust Shuichi's deduction. I'm sure everything will be okay. This emotion I've learned, I believe you call it faith. That's what I feel right now.
That's right. We have to believe in Shuichi.
Well, I don't care either way. But if you guys get it wrong, you'll have to deal with Monokuma. What will the results of this voting time be? If Monokuma makes a mistake, he won't be able to execute anyone, right? Then it will be my victory. And that will ruin the entire killing game.
He's still fighting. If we ruin the killing game, it's over. That's absolutely brilliant. Still. Kaito wants to ruin the killing game. He wants to finish what Kokichi started. Do I really have to point it out? Yeah, right. Monokuma's completely autonomous. How do you ruin it? He can change the rules on a dime.
Come on, Monokuma. Start the voting already.
Yeah, I'm getting to it. Sheesh! Let's proceed with voting time, shall we? Sorry sorry I fell short of your expectations, but I'm pretty sure I won't make any mistakes. 'Cause I got the ultimate detective's airtight logic on my side.
Ah. Okay. Okay. We haven't done one yet. I think we have to lie one more time.
Can I just say something? I'd like to have one last conversation before we vote.
And there's that song kicking in. This has to be the finale of this case.
One last conversation?
Come on, Monokuma, it'll spice it up a bit.
There's more to talk about?
Surprisingly, yeah.
You see, before we vote, there's something I have to say. I just need you all to listen.
This is do or die. Let's go, Shuichi. Come on, one more.
All right, let's pin this down. Who is inside that Exisal?
Kaito, right?
That's what you said, isn't it?
Kokichi's the one who died. And the culprit is Kaito standing right there.
Isn't that correct?
Of course not! I would never die!
I trust Shuichi.
Oh yeah. If Kaito is trying to ruin the game, that's why he's hiding the truth. It's ultimately to make it unwinnable for Monokuma. I know what I have to shoot. Because there's only one statement. Let's be faithful. What if I turned it all on its head? Yep, that's what we have to do. We haven't done one in a while. We need to lie. And I'm not talking about backdoors, I'm talking about advance the plot line.
All right, let's pin this down.
One more
Who is
time.
inside that Exisal?
What if we change Kokichi's disappearance
Kaito,
with
right?
something else?
That's what you said, isn't it?
Maybe
Kokichi's the one who died.
I found him!
I'll reveal the truth. Kokichi, I'm sorry. I just can't lie for you anymore.
What?
What do you mean, lie?
Why did you say Kokichi? The one in the Exisal is...
I'm so sorry, everyone. I've deceived you all.
Huh?
The truth is, after we found the crushed body, I saw Kokichi.
You saw Kokichi?
Yes. He threatened me, told me that if I didn't do what he said, he'd kill us all.
Oh my god, this is great.
He wanted me to lie about what I saw, so that the trial would be more interesting. But I can't do it anymore. I can't keep lying like this.
I don't know, Shuichi, you're actually pretty good at it.
I have to tell the truth. Kokichi isn't dead. He's alive.
Oh, hold on! Why did you wait until now to mention this?
I'm so sorry, Kibo, but it's true. Everyone, please, don't vote for Kaito. There's no doubt about it. Kokichi is in that Exisal. He's the culprit.
Hey, Shuichi, I don't know what you're scheming. But as far as I'm concerned, you guys aren't extras at all. If you guys are wrong, you're gonna have to take your punishments like champs. Got it?
I'm not wrong. We can't vote for Kaito!
Stop it! That's enough!
Huh?
It's over. If you guys get it wrong and Monokuma gets it right, then you'll all get punished. There's no way I can let that happen.
I know you couldn't. And that's why I had to lie.
So, it's fine. Let's end this.
I'm so sorry.
Kaito!
Hey, buddy.
So, it really was you?
My bad for tricking you guys. I'll explain everything. But before that, it's voting time. Alright, don't get it wrong. I'm definitely the culprit. You got it? I'm the one who killed Kokichi.
Kaito, no!
It's just like you to figure it all out, Shuichi. You're really something else. So all you gotta do is believe in your reasoning. That's what detectives do. Hey, Monokuma, let's hurry up and get this vote started!
Well said. Let's get this started then. The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless face off. It's voting time!
Not gonna lie, Kaito. You were pretty good as Kokichi. You got his mannerisms down, you got everything. And thank God for that voice changer in that Exisal. You played one hell of a game. That was a lot of fun.
It seems the voting has finished. Now then, let's see the result.
Oh, I want to see an even split, even though we don't have that many people. Let's see, one vote for Maki? Oh my god! Everyone voted for Kaito! That's amazing.
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
God, that was an amazing class trial. And that trophy means we have found every single back door. Yeah, that's it. We have no more back doors to do. We found them all. My God, that trial was amazing. From beginning to end, 10 out of 10. Oh my God, that was a mind bender too. You kind of had to go truth, lies, everything. But now we know the truth. And I'm just glad, from a writing perspective, Kokichi didn't go down like a bitch. He schemed until the very end. And that's all I wanted. Kokichi, Kaito, that was a fucking good game.